Hey guys, so hey to all of my Perry family, hey to all my Facebook Live family. Don't forget that you are catching this on the replay. If you're catching it on the replay, I appreciate you. Hey Nikkei, though all my replay viewers, don't forget that you can still swipe and invite and share this out. And I graciously appreciate that you share and give hearts. Robert! Haven't seen you in a while, bro. How are you doing? How was the move? Hey, Nikkei. How was the move? Did everything go smoothly? To those catching me over on Facebook, hey, guys. Hey, Regina. How are you? I am like super excited right now. Hey, Mike. I haven't been on in 2 days. I've been doing some behind the scenes stuff for my business and some behind the scenes stuff for some clients of mine. And hey, Elder Crystal, how are you? Hey, Michael. Really? Oh, go ahead. Yes. Hello. And so thank you guys for those who are coming in. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Hey, Pam. I missed you guys. Hey, Tanae. I missed you guys. I did doing all this behind the scenes stuff and getting things done for the business. And like I said, doing what I had to do for my clients as well. It's been an amazing week thus far. As you know, I am both hosting and a part of Social Media Week, where we have over 30 plus speakers talking about what social media can do for you and your business and how you can use it. Some people that have been using it on the lower level, some people that are using it on a higher level. Guess what? That's what it's about. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Fatima. So today, I came on to do Speak Easy. Because it's Speak Easy, guys. Oh, thank you. It was so much. Wasn't today fun? Oh, my goodness. This morning's session was freaking phenomenal. And then the session that just ended not too long ago, where they were talking about landing pages, and Tamara was talking about, how she ended up meeting up with Coach. Hey, sis. She ended up meeting up with Coach. Oh, my goodness. So if you haven't signed up for that, you can still get the replays by going to bit.ly/win-with-social-media, and you can get caught up with the replays and still see the rest of the week, because we still have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday live sessions to go on. Hey, so thank you for sharing out the broadcast. Thank you for sharing, Michael. So Speak Easy. We are up to episode 31. I am so super excited to say that. 31 episodes of Speak Easy, where I've given you the behind the scenes of what it means to be an author or a speaker. A lot of times, this is the stuff that people want you to pay for a class when they can just tell you these things, the little nicks and cuts that you get along the way, the moments where you kind of bump your head, you're kind of going through the wilderness, so to speak. Hey, thank you for sharing, Fatima. And so I had to come to you guys and talk about this, because this has been something that's really agitated me. Is that we don't realize that service being service oriented plus being results driven equals revenue. As a speaker, as an author, you must be both. And some of you are going to say, no, I just need to be results driven. If you are just results driven and not customer service oriented, then guess what? You will not reach the level in your business to where you are 6 and 7 figures. You won't. Hey, Pete, you will not. You will not. You know why? Because you're not setting in the processes and procedures, the policies that are necessary for you to be on the level. When we think about the Tyler Perrys and we think about the Oprah Winfreys, yes, they are results driven, but they are also service oriented. Everything that they do is a service, and they're still worried about the results, but everything they do is a service. And so that's where they've been able to expand and grow and do things outside of their one lane. Because y'all know I always tell us, it's okay for us to go from lane to lane, but we need to stay in our lane for a little while, and then we got to put on the blinker before we go into the other lane. Because if we don't, then we just causing accidents all across this social media highway. Hey, Thea, thanks for sharing, Fatima. We just causing accidents all across this little social media highway. Because 1 minute we selling Fitbits, the next minute we trying to get somebody to to get us to sew a dress for them. The next, hey Jennifer, the next minute we wash cars, then we babysitting on the weekend. Okay, guys, y'all doing too much. We got to come back, bring it back, and focus on being service oriented and results driven. Hey, Auntie, service oriented and results driven. So as an author, you're going to look and say, well, how does that look for an author? For an author, if I am service oriented, the books that I am writing are going to cause the people that read it to be joyful, to get educated, or to be empowered. When I write a book, it's going to cause somebody a little bit of joy. It's going to cause them to be empowered. It's going to cause them to learn something. Can we be honest? Because see, I know some of y'all don't read. Okay, so listen, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I know some of y'all don't read. And it's okay. That's all right. That's not your judge. But I know that for me, reading has taken me to a different level in my business, because guess what? The more I invest in me, the more other people want to invest in me to teach them what I know. The more I invest in me, the more other people will want to invest in my products and services, because they know that I know something that's they like, she know a little something. She got a little something going on. Let me go ahead and pay these couple dollars. Let me go ahead and get in a class so I can learn some stuff. Right? Exactly. Gotta up level. Let me learn a couple of things from her. So, hey, Twyla. Hey, girl, how are you doing? I see all you guys coming in. Hey, Kamika, how are you? And so let me pay and put myself in a position to where I can learn a few things. That's what it is. So taking ourselves to another level means, for me, reading and investing that time. So I already finished one book this week. I have another one that I already started that's about to be done already, meaning reading. And then I have another one that'll be started immediately after that. So that's something that's a part of it. But being service oriented is meaning that I'm putting the needs of my customer or my client in front of me at all times. Because see, you have so many people that will start a business based on what they think they want, based on what they want to do, based on where they want to go. See, that you can't, that's not being service oriented. And a lot of people think being service oriented, I'm about to bust this myth all upside the head right now. A lot of people think being service oriented means that you have to be run over and run amok by your customers or your clients. Hey, y'all jacketted, how are you doing, Mighty Lion? How are you? Listen, being service oriented does not mean I need to get run over every day by my clients and customers. Being service oriented means that I put a high value on what my customers and clients want. How are you doing, bro? I put a high value on what it is that they need from me. And so when I put a high value on what they need from me, then my customers and clients in turn realize that I'm putting a high value on them. Now, can I tell you what that does for your client and your customer? Let's be honest. Hey, Coach Michelle. Hey, Tamal. How are you doing? Hey, Darlene. When your customer or your client goes to their job, does their job care about what they're doing? Probably not. Thanks for sharing, Tanae. Thanks for sharing, Auntie. Does their job care about what they're doing? No. Does their job care about their family? No. Does their job care about them being successful? Not really. So are you on the same level as their job, or are you serving your customers? So serving your customers means I may need to take it a little bit further and know when my customers' birthdays are. That's being a little service oriented. Going a little deeper. Because guess what? Your customers want to know that they are important when they provide their money. They want to know that they're important to you. There you go. Oh, Michael, come on. Michael just said it. He said, when you are service oriented, you keep your skills sharp always. So how am I being service oriented to my customers and my clients? Put it in the comments. If that's something that you're doing right now, how are you being customer service oriented when it comes to your customers and clients? Are you being service oriented? Because some people, a good number of people are not. Walmart don't care if you like their prices or not, as long as you pay your money. Come on. Greetings, Harold. How are you? Walmart don't care if you like their prices or not. But Walmart still has a customer service area where if you have any problems, you can go there and ask a question, right? Come on. So if Walmart going to charge whatever they're going to charge, but still have a customer service booth, if Target going to charge whatever they're going to charge regardless, and still have a customer service booth, the least you can do is have some time for customer service for your clients and customers. What does that mean? Do you have a policy where your customers and clients can contact you or reach you either by email, or do you have office hours where they can reach you by phone? Some of y'all just looked at me and rolled your eyes at the screen. I understand. Because you didn't think that far ahead. I understand. These are low level, basic things when it comes to being service oriented. Do they have a way to complain besides them going to your inbox on Facebook? Don't worry, I'll wait. Even as an author, do they have a way to connect with you? Hey, Powerhouse. Hey, Pastor Cassandra. Do they have a way to connect with you outside of them? Just connect with you. So I'm going to give y'all a little something that's out there. I'm going to give y'all a little sauce. You know, I always share stuff with you. There's something called a tweet chat. Now, I haven't done them yet. It's something that I'm working on doing, because you guys know I'm always transparent. I'm not going to come in here and try to sell you no fluffiness. We're not selling cotton candy. But a tweet chat allows you to spend a certain amount of time a day or a certain amount of time per week where your customers or your followers or your readers can connect with you and ask you questions in a certain time frame. Can you give an hour to your customers and clients that have paid money for your products and services? Oh, now y'all go on, listen to that. Think about that one. Because sometimes some of y'all ain't got no time for y'all customers. Y'all just about moving to the next level. And I know not everybody going to stay in the broadcast on this one, because this is a real talk one, hashtag real talk. I understand that. Not everybody is going to do, it's a level up. But some of y'all are still in hobby and side hustle mentality. And y'all got to come out of that. Some of you are still in hobby and side hustle mentality, and we got to come out of that, because now we're going into this being a business. This is a structure. Guess what? If I don't have that service-oriented piece, I may get revenue for a short period of time, but it's going to be short-lived. It ain't going to last very long. That's it, right? Investing in growth. It's going to be short-lived. And so that was one of the things that I incorporated in this course that I put together, because I said, people always want to they want the fluff. They want to know how I'm going to make the money, how do I do a class? How do I put that together? Okay, how does live streaming come into that? How does social media come into that? Okay, I can give you all of that. Hey, there's my family. Hey, Angel Brent Rhodes, how are you? They can come, they can get that anywhere. But I'm going to teach you how to be service-oriented, because it goes beyond that. It goes beyond you just putting out a service and a product. It goes beyond me just going live and telling somebody, buy my book, buy my products, buy this, buy that. No. That's why I implemented it into the next class, bit.ly/get amplified. Because as introverts, I know we don't like to talk a lot. We don't. We don't like to be in the forefront all the time. We don't like to be out there, but there are ways and techniques that we can put ourselves and promote ourselves, our products and our services, but we can also be customer service oriented. There's things that we can implement and put into place. That being said, we want to make sure that we're taking this to the next level. Everybody ain't going to take the class because everybody ain't trying to go to that level. Everybody ain't going to take the class because everybody ain't trying to go to that level. There are a lot of people that are out here in these internet streets that's just worried about the money. And so that was the first piece, is being service oriented. And the service oriented plus being results driven. Listen, okay? Satisfied customers is return money. Yes. And good word of mouth. Because we don't want bad word of mouth. I know we know all reviews add to the bottom line at some point. But we don't want negative reviews if we can get positive reviews. We don't want negative reviews if we can get positive reviews. Amen. Amen. Because I don't want that. I don't. As an introvert, I can tell you, I don't want nobody giving me a negative review. I think I got one negative review on one of my books, and I was just like, you just got to take that time out moment because you get them. Right? Look, you get some negative reviews sometimes, but we're not focused on trying to get that. We want the positive reviews. And so being results driven. Now, being results driven is not being money driven. Hey, Antoinette. Hey, sis. Right? Breathe on it. Being results driven is not being money driven. Can we put in the comments a me if you understand that there's a difference between being money driven and being results driven? Put a me in the comments if you understand it. Hey, sis, because it's not the same thing. It's a difference. Being money driven means that every action that I take it has to result in some type of money being made. Every action I take, I either get money or I don't do the action. Being results driven means that every action that I take is to lead to a determined end, meaning every action that I take is going towards me making something great. Every action that I take is me laying a foundation laying another brick in the foundation of my legacy. Yeah, no. We're not money driven. We're results driven. Because can I tell y'all something? Money driven will take you away from being customer service oriented every time. Every time. No matter, hey, Lorvel, no matter what company you look at, when a company is money driven, it takes them away from being service oriented every time. And then it's painful because listen, right? It's painful because then you see these great companies that are falling apart because they so money driven instead of being customer oriented and results driven. They looking at how I can make 6 figures this weekend instead of saying, okay, what's the long term? How can I do this over a period of time? You end up losing customers. You end up losing clients, and them bad reviews, they come very often. Them bad reviews, they coming. They coming. And it's sad. So I got five. I got 3 things that I wanted to talk about when it comes to look, I done gave a lot just in the intro, right? For those who do not know, I am Altavis Pelzer. I am the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach. I am a professional speaker. I am an Amazon best-selling author. I had to think about what I was, and a certified life coach. I work with equipping women to define, accept, and use their unique voice. My current class that's coming up is bit.ly/Get Amplified, where I help you to get your voice amplified as an introvert on social media through live streaming, through building your own classes and content creation. I put all of that together for you because as an introvert myself, I know we don't always like to be out in the limelight. So if we can learn the master plan on how to get it done and be successful at it, then we'll go with it. And I know that because that's what I had to do. I had to come up with the master plan in order for me as an introvert to be able to be seen on social media, to connect with people, but also to build a business and a brand. It's always about building. And so when we think about what I just said, the service-oriented plus results-driven equals revenue, we got to think about three things. Number one is perfection is a myth. Balance is the goal. Perfection is a myth. Balance is the goal. So everybody has this perfectionism thing going on where I want every nook and cranny to be completely perfect. I want everything to be the right color. I think, I can't put it out just yet because it doesn't look just right. But can I tell you something? My imperfect actions will always beat your perfect non-action. My imperfect actions will always beat your perfect non-action. Always. Yes, I will make more books. Yes, I will go and make more classes. Yes, I will go and move and do things and build my platform and build my business and everything else while you are still trying to make things perfect before you launch. Right? Listen, you sitting there and you haven't launched a thing because you want it to be perfect. Perfection is a myth. Balance is the key. And a lot of times we think, we got to have it perfect. We got to have it perfect in order for us to start the business. We got to have it perfect for us to put the book out there. No, you don't. Put the book out there. Put the book out there, right, Pastor C? Thank you, Powerhouse. Put the book out there. I have so many people that come and took the ebook class that I did and was like, you mean I could have had multiple books done by now? Yeah. So what's stopping you? They were looking around and looking through notebooks so what's stopping you? Thinking that it had to be perfect. Hello, how are you? Thinking that it had to be perfect. Thinking that it had to be the perfect size, the perfect length, the perfect color for the book cover. The book cover had to be absolutely perfect. Guys. Perfection is a myth. I know that's right, Pastor C. We got books coming out. She said, ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Perfection is a myth. Balance is key. Balance is important. I got to be able to balance things out. I got to be able to balance my customer service and my results, being results driven. I got to balance those out. It's not about being perfect. There's no such thing. I know we wish that it could be. We want it to be perfect. We don't want anybody to say that we did something incorrectly. We don't want somebody to say that the website didn't look right or this and that. But can I tell you something? There will be absolutely nobody to say anything if you never launch. If you never learn to get amplified in the world of social media, if you never learn to get amplified in your business, in whatever your niche is, then guess what? It means absolutely nothing. They will never hear your voice. There's no perfect time, because I can guarantee you that even in the times that I have launched classes, even in the times that I have published books, my first book was after becoming homeless. It's not about perfection. It's not. And so that was number one. Perfection is a myth. Balance is key. Number two is customer service creates a lifetime client or follower. Great customer service provides a lifetime client or follower or customer. Great customer service will provide that each and every time. There are places that I go to and I love their customer service, and that's why I go there. There are places that I go to, restaurants and things like that. I love their customer service. Or I'll even, like, I know I've been somewhere before. Now, this is a funny one. I sat at an Olive Garden. Now, I'm a foodie, so y'all just, most of my stories is about food. Don't judge me. Don't judge. This is a non-judgment zone, non-judgment. But I was at an Olive Garden and I literally was like, okay, the customer service was really good. I mean, the young lady, she was on it. As soon as one thing was taken off, was put down, then we were done, and she was moving stuff off the table, and she was on it 100%. And so I said to my children, I said, 1 or 2. And my children said, 1 or 2 what, Mom? I said, no, just pick 1 or 2. And they said, well, all right, let's go with 2. I said, everybody agree with 2? They said, yeah, we agree with 2. I said, okay. No, everybody agreed with 1. I said, everybody agree with 1? They said, okay. Yeah, we agree with 1. So when I got my check, I signed it and I gave her $100 tip. Now I tried, and my kids they don't move fast. Kids never move fast when you want them to move fast. But I'm trying to get the kids to move fast so we can get away from the table and get out of the door before she realizes what I did. It didn't work. All I know is she walks up to me, tears are streaming down her face. She's like, oh my God, I can't take that. Oh my God, it's too much. She's like freaking out. No, you deserve it. You did a great job of customer service. Guess what? Customer service matters. I've never gone to that Olive Garden and had a bad experience. Never. And that day she went above and beyond. And she was just sitting there, and you could see that she was just like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But that's what it is that's that experience that you give for somebody every time you give your products and your services, you're doing your classes. Hey, Deidre. That's the experience that you're giving to somebody. And they come back and they say, what you got next? What class is coming up next? I need another class. What's coming up next? Where we going next? What we doing next? What's next? And so literally I have my clients and my customers who are like, okay, what class is next, coach? What we doing next, coach? So that was, again, like I said, I know I had the Get Amplified is for the introverts. That's just for y'all. All my introverts that say they can't go live because they scared, because they too shy. Listen, exactly. That can make or break a business. They too shy, they scared, they not a people's person. bit.ly/Get Amplified. Now, my public speaking courses is coming back around as well, so you'll be hearing about that soon. Listen. Yes, it is definitely a sure foundation. I have over 15 years of customer service and experience. And it's just, you get agitated a lot. You get agitated a lot. You realize that customer service, they deal with a whole lot, and they deal with a whole lot. And I mean, in different platforms, in different environments, you deal with a lot. So, but you got to go back to knowing that the customer service, that you'll always get at least somebody that'll say thank you. You'll get somebody that'll say, I appreciated what you were able to do for me. I get customers and clients. Yes. I get customers and clients that are like, oh my goodness, that was amazing. I don't know how you did it, but I love it. let me know when you got something else going on. So it's only fair, it's only right to say, okay, look, we got things to do. However, I need to set you up so we can get it done, we're going to get it done. And I'm not going to cry and get all emotional. The women, the demographic that I work with, a lot of them have gone through abuse. So you know it's difficult when you've gone through abuse to accept and receive criticism. It's difficult sometimes to accept and receive even compliments. So it's a different, transformation that you have to go through to be successful in business, because you have to think differently. You have to see things differently, completely different than somebody else. You got to make sure that you're not being, overly offended and things like that. It's a lot. Oh, thank you. It is. It's a lot. I've had to go through it to where I even had a customer. I had a customer because I was doing social media, handling people's social media and stuff. I had a customer and, she was like, oh, well, somebody else said that they were going to do something better for me. Oh, okay. Talk about a little sad unicorn. I was like, okay. But it wasn't personal. It wasn't that I did anything wrong. She found a provider that would give her more than what I was giving. Okay. Now, I don't know if she's still with that same person, that same provider, but, I wished her well. I checked in on her, I think a year later or something. I checked in on her to make sure everything was okay. You just gotta go with it. But with me having a background where I've dealt with abuse and I've dealt with, abandonment and things like that, it's like, oh, that hurt. That was like a dagger to the heart. But I had to learn how to handle that. That's a part of business. Every customer, every client is not going to stay with you for the long haul. They may not. I have some people that have taken one class with me and that is it. They still call me coach. They still come and support me. But I have people that have only taken one class. That's it. That's fine. Maybe that was all they needed. But that's how, when you're being service oriented and results driven, is I'm not focused on the revenue so much, because I know the revenue is going to come. But if I'm service oriented and I'm providing services that I know my clients and customers need, whatever. Deidre gonna say I'm leaving you. If I'm providing stuff that I know they need, and I'm results driven, and when I say results driven, I'm not just talking about my results. I'm talking about your results. I'm talking about my customers and clients. I'm talking about your results. I'm talking about your books being published. I'm talking about your classes being made. I've watched the women that have come through my classes. I'm watching them go live and slay social media. Listen, I'm watching them slay some things. Exactly. And it goes to a whole nother level. I'm watching them go live where they were scared to press the button and they were like, I don't know, somebody going to listen, and they're doing classes. And the most memorable thing when I think about being service oriented and results driven was when my aunt said to me a little while ago, she said, I'm going to get started on my book. And I said, okay. And so she said, all right, I'm going to get started. And then I did a class on writing your book. And so she was working on one already. And then she said, I got another book idea. I said, okay. She said, I'm going to work on it. I said, okay, will you do that? Let me know how it works. Let me know if you need any resources. For those that took the class, the resources are in the group. And she came back to me and said, I finished the book. I said, what? She said, I finished it. I said, wow. When we say results driven is I want to see your legacy go to the next level. I want to see your legacy being structured in such a way that it leaves an inheritance for your children's children. And so literally she said, all right, I finished it. She was like, I don't know if it's, and she's another one of those perfect Patties. I mess with her all the time and call her Perfect Patty. But, she wrote the book, she sent it to the editor, and, she got somebody to do the cover, and she was like, okay, all right, well, now what? And so, we went over the next process and everything. When she got the cover back, the first cover she wasn't really fond of, she got the book back and it was edited, and she was like, I wrote a book. Yes, you did. She said, I wrote a book. Like, yes. And then the original book that she was working on is the one that will be out in October. So she has a book coming out this month in August, and a second book coming out in October. That's results driven. She has a granddaughter that will be able to say, my grandma wrote this book. She wrote this book, and she wrote this book. I know that's right. Deidre said her book coming. I have a grandma that wrote this book and dedicated it to me. Results driven, customer service. That's what it's about. And then number 3 is you got to figure out what is more important, quick success or a legacy. Now, people always talk about that. They throw this L word around. I'm not talking about love. They throw that L word around too. But they throw this L word around called legacy. They throw it around like it's water at the at the amusement park. They throw around this word called legacy. And when I think of legacy, I think of more than just a book. I think of more than just a product or a service. I think of more than just a name. I think of a whole foundation of something that my children can say, my mother worked with women to help, women that had been through abuse to help find their voice. That's legacy. That goes beyond everything else. Yeah, she did the books, but what was it all for? When I think about legacy, I think about the Obamas and the legacy that they're leaving. When I think about legacy, I think about Dr. Maya Angelou and the legacy that she left. When I think about legacy, I think about what Oprah has done and what legacy she is leaving. So a lot of times it's bigger than just a book. It's bigger than just one thing. It's a collection of things that we're able to do in order for our family, our children's children to be able to look back and say, my great-great-grandfather or my great-great-grandmother did that, and I'm still reaping from that. My daughter asked me today, and I had to laugh. I love my babies. She said to me, well, Mom, she said, I know that you're writing the books to leave a legacy for us. She said, but who's going to take on the legacy of the unicorn? And I said, well, what do you mean who's going to take on the legacy of the unicorn? She said, well, who's going to keep that legacy going? And I said, well, y'all don't have to keep the unicorn going. Y'all could just sell the books. And she said, no, Mom, we have to keep that. That's a part of your legacy. See, it goes bigger than what we even think our legacy includes. So yes, there will be unicorn books and unicorn products. I already have unicorn t-shirt. There will be unicorn products and books coming out soon. I'm just waiting on the design for what the unicorn is going to look like so I can start writing out these children's books. But yeah, that part. We building up some stuff, y'all. But we got to start by getting moving. We got to start today. We got to start by doing something and saying, I'm going to get this done, completing it. So that's what bit.ly/get amplified for anybody that's ever started something and not finished it. You started the book, you didn't finish it. You started the business, you didn't finish it, or it didn't go anywhere. Or you might be even in business and looking at your business and feel like your business is more like a hobby because you're not really gaining the traction that you need. Guess what? We about to take this to a whole new level. Y'all ready? I don't know. I know I'm ready. So as we move and shake, my name again is Altavice Pelzer. I am the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach. I am a professional speaker, certified life coach, and Amazon best-selling author. I come to you in the afternoons with Speak Easy, and this is episode 31. Yes, episode 31, where we were talking about service-oriented plus results-driven equals revenue for any author and any speaker. And I know I focused a lot on the author side, but this can be transferred. It goes the same for speakers as well. You really need to be service-oriented because guess what? Being service-oriented as a speaker means that you write your speeches for what your clients need, not for what you just want to say. Not for just what you want to say, not just to hear yourself speak. So that part. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I missed you. So you know what that means? I'm going to be back tonight. Yeah, I'm going to be back tonight. Now, y'all know these late night scopes, they get a little dangerous because, you know, I'll be sleepy. But that's all right. I'm going to be back. I have class tonight. And then after class, I'm going to come back and we're going to slay it. And tonight is all going to be about be free to succeed. Y'all know last month it was all about breaking free. We're going to be free to succeed. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. If you need me, connect with me, bit.ly/talk to Altavice. And don't forget the next class is bit.ly/get amplified, all lowercase. I look forward to seeing you guys then. Don't forget to press it out.